Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem. Rahman on the hot seat today. This is her first time on the podcast.
I've never been out of the village before.
This is first time in Ignorant Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Hill. How you doing, Olivia? I forgot to tell you about that one.
No, I'm glad I didn't know about it. I love the soundboard because I'm very color coordinated. So I'm having the best time watching you hit the buttons and seeing the corresponding colors.
It's dope. I keep forgetting to just put labels. So I just have to mentally remember this is the button for this is the button for that. And eventually I figure it out. Can you also speak into the center of the mic? Feel free to break this, by the way.
Okay. Is this good?
That's perfect.
Is this ASMR?
That is ASMR. I've never gotten into that. I listened to ASMR one time and I just was like, I don't understand.
Because we're probably just not audio people, but like I said, like watching you hit those buttons, like the rods and the cones in my eyeballs are like, I like it. Yeah.
All right.
It's very pleasing.
So are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Guys, you know how we do here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. And at the end, of course, we have our final choice.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
Now it is time for our constant choice.
Constant.
Everyone in the month will get the same first question. So this is coming out in the middle of June.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's see. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. You're probably either the last person to get this question or the second to last person to get this question.
Cool.
So, Olivia Hill, would you rather constantly be itchy or only be able to wear one shoe at a time?
Constantly be itchy.
Really?
Oh my God, being itchy is actually really good feeling.
Okay, you are the first person to say that.
I think I am constantly itchy right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you wouldn't go crazy?
Oh, I do go crazy, but sometimes it does feel good.
Okay.
It's a new sensation. How dirty can I get on this podcast?
Go ahead.
Okay, so like, you know when you're like
do your dirtiest. What do you?
You know when you're like
I don't know why that caught me off guard just now. We're talking about itchy and you're like, listen, Kazeem, how dirty can I get on this? I know. Okay, go ahead. What were you about to say just now?
Because you know when you like are entering puberty and you learn how to masturbate and you're like, oh my God, this is so exciting. But like now that's been like 10 plus years of my life. I've known how to do that and like been sexually active. So that's not exciting to me anymore. But I got foot fungus like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And sometimes when I scratch it, it feels really good. So it's like a whole new sensation. And I'm like, so I have foot fungus on my left foot and I have a bug bite on my right knee. Sometimes it is annoying. Sometimes I don't want to be itchy. Yes. But sometimes it's nice to just like scratch the itch.
Explain. Foot fungus. What do you mean? Like, what is that? Like
Are you nervous because I don't have my shoes on right now?
No, you're fine. You're good. Well,
I'm wearing a sock. Yeah, I don't think it penetrates the sock.
I don't think foot fungus like travels. Does it travel like that?
I don't think it travels because I'll scratch with my other foot and it hasn't gotten on my other foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think my friend believes that I have trench foot specifically.
What's trench foot?
So I guess like in the wars when there were ditches, because it was like so wet and like they had the boots and it would get all moist in their shoes.
Yeah.
You would get like a fungus that way or like a scale. It doesn't even look like fungus. It's just like, it just kind of looks like your foot is peeling sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's itchy. It's itchy a lot of the time, but it's because when I was working at this restaurant that was by my place, I would walk to work in these old Converse. Sometimes it'd be raining. We're in our shoes all day.
Yeah.
And I guess it just cultivated in that shoe and kind of got on my foot. And now I'm itchy all the time.
Really?
So I am living this would you rather now.
You're constantly itchy right now.
Yeah.
Wow. You're the first person to ever be experiencing any part of a question before. And I am flabbergasted. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Okay. Then that's not fair for you.
Well, I would say the question is asking like probably like literally like every second. And like right now I can think about where it is on my foot, but it's not asking me to scratch it.
Oh.
So I would
Ours
still
is
choose.
asking you to scratch it.
Yeah.
Ours is, well, no, let me not say it's asking you to scratch it. It's an annoyance where you want to scratch it. You can still have personal control, but you want to scratch it. And it's not over, to be fair, It's not over your whole body. It's sometimes you're scratching your arm. Sometimes you're scratching the back of your knee. Sometimes you're scratching your leg. Sometimes you're scratching your foot. But you're always scratched. You're always itchy.
And then the other choice was again?
Only be able to wear one shoe at a time.
Yeah, no.
And you may not go barefoot. You have to actually wear one shoe at a time. You can't say, oh, I'll just go barefoot.
Oh, but the other foot is bare.
The other foot is bare.
No. Sometimes I like to think I'm a cute little beach girl and like walk to my trash bin with no shoes on.
Yeah.
And like the second step out of my place, I'm in pain. So no, I always need to have something on my feet.
Yeah.
They're delicate.
What? Pretty little beach. You live in...
I don't... We keep it a secret where I live. Yes, but I do live coastal-ish.
No, not coast. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say you live in an open area place and you thought it was a good idea to go out without shoes on?
Yes. I used to live in Hawaii. I'm a California girl.
Like for you. That's different.
But I would do the shoeless thing here too. In
California? Where? Like,
I don't want to tell you where I live on the podcast, but it's coastal enough.
Okay, damn.
But it was very uncomfortable, so I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, but some people do it. You've never seen someone barefoot?
No. No one that's not homeless. Honestly.
Yeah, no, it's something we do where I'm at.
I didn't know that was a thing. Honest to God, I'm learning new things today.
To be fair, I think, I grew up like in Orange County area.
Okay.
And so it's a little more beachy-ish kind of down there versus LA. Like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing it through the parking lot of my place. Sure, but
probably not. But I get it. But I get why you would do that. And I understand why you would need to learn the hard way on why you shouldn't be walking around barefoot. Honestly.
Yep.
All right, let's continue.
Okay.
Would you rather actually live in a zoo or live your whole life over except as a giant Great Dane?
So the second part is saying that I live the life I do now. I die, then I come back and relive the exact same life as a Great Dane, the dog.
Yes. Welcome to Tough Choice.
That was such a deadpan. Yes. No, I'm not. Yeah. It was the deadpan. Yes.
Yeah. That's the question. Well, because people ask these questions all the time. So I just try to make sure at this point there's no excitement for me clarifying what the questions are.
Okay.
Yeah. Or actually live in a zoo. Now, what does that mean? You're not living, you are, how hard do I want to make this?
Make it very hard.
You are actually in the zoo. You can't just hang around with the patrons. It's not like that.
Do I have my own space and it's like, come see Olivia specifically? Or
basically.
Do I? Okay. Oh, I get this question now. I thought I would have to share with one of the animals.
Oh, no. It's like, here's the you know how Clifford the lizard will have his own
Clifford the lizard?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was supposed to be a lizard I was supposed to know. No, like the Geico gecko. I was like, I don't know.
Okay, you know how, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been to the zoo in forever, but I remember there was an attraction of there's a specific animal that's right here, and this is the animal. That's Olivia.
And then question for the other one.
Yes. You're a dog.
I am a dog. Do I
You're a Great Dane. So
and what is a Great Dane again?
It's the giant skinny ones. The really big one. A Great Dane is really expensive, so only rich people have them.
Wait, so I'm not living the same Olivia Hill life then? I don't get purchased by my parents that I had here. You're just saying I live on Earth again.
Yes.
Oh.
You live your whole life over except as actually.
See, that's why I thought it was my life.
The wording, you know what? Yeah, you're right. The wording means that you're Olivia Hill except you're a Great Dane.
I would do the Great Dane.
Really?
I've had a pretty good life, and I assume it would probably be better as a big, skinny dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm a short, stumpy person now.
Why is that? The face you made, and you're like, I'm a big, skinny dog. I mean, I don't think that's a bad deal.
It's not a bad deal, yeah.
Also, if I'm living in a zoo, if I'm an attraction at a zoo, I don't personally think I would enjoy that.
No.
With people like coming to like watch me, it's like, that's weird. I would yell at the kids. I would yell at the kids.
The animals probably do yell at the kids. We just can't understand them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And there's that one like kid that has an attitude that wants to yell at you and like throw things. He has Skittles. He's just chunking Skittles and a thing. I'm assuming I'm not in like a glass thing, right? Because I'm not a snake or anything like that. I'm assuming I'm in an open thing that you can just see me.
Also, would it look like a human residence? Like, you know how they are like, oh,
like
snakes.
With a couch?
Yeah, exactly. Like it would look like what humans live in. Also, okay, well, yeah, let's answer that question first. Does it look like a human home or does it look like...
I will clarify really quick. When I wrote the question, I wasn't thinking that logically. Okay, so you're throwing some curveballs here and I'm like, okay, all right. So you know what? We'll say yes. We'll say yes. There's a couch. There's a bookshelf. There's no TV. But there's like a fan.
There's a fan.
Right? There's a fan. Maybe there's like 2 art pieces.
2 art pieces. Yeah. I'm still good. My choice is Great Dane. I just wanted to like flesh out the zoo.
As you should.
Yeah. I mean, but that sounds like it's Big Brother or Love Island.
Think of it more like Big Brother.
Okay.
Than Love Island. Because most regular people don't live on like islands like that.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would have to, it's not a bungalow. It's definitely like there's a couch, there's a thing, you're being recorded.
And watched live.
And watched live.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't, right? I pick my nose too much.
Think about that. You're trying to take an afternoon nap. I'm into like afternoon naps now because I work at home. So you're trying to take an afternoon nap and then suddenly some kid's throwing M&Ms at you. Right? Because this kid just plays baseball so he can chunk them. Right? It's like, I can't.
I hated those guys in high school who were like, because they played on a sports team, they thought they had to throw everything hard.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather throw a temper tantrum the first time you meet your in-laws or drink a gallon of breast milk that your mom has been saving since you were an infant?
Oh, no. That is a tough choice.
This is harder than most people would think.
Yeah. Okay, the in-laws, like what stage of the relationship am I in with that guy?
When you usually meet in-laws, maybe 9 months in, 6 months, 7 months in.
Okay, so it's not like my fiance or anything. This is like...
They're like, you're meeting the parents for the first time. It's like, yo, I would love for you to meet my parents for Thanksgiving. I know we've been dating for like 9 months, right? You started in August. It's Thanksgiving. Now it's the next November. And he's like, hey, I want you to meet.
But I would like to point out, by you wording it as in-laws, there is some like understanding that we are for sure getting married.
Yes.
So then I would do the in-laws then.
Really?
Because
you think you can make the second impression a good impression?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I don't think I could physically drink the old breast milk because it would probably be sour, and curdled. Like it just wouldn't even go down my throat. So I'm just saying I can't even do that. So I guess I'll have to do the other one, which is throwing a temper tantrum, which I guess I've been known to do. So, it's just kind of another day in the life of Olivia.
For a woman, I think it's different. I think if I throw a temper tantrum in front of my girl's parents, I think that's a whole different kind of scenario.
Well, I'm also choosing because you said in-laws. So
I did say in-laws.
It's
yeah, but I don't want to make that bad first. I don't know.
So you would drink the breast milk. So you're saying
I don't know. I can't do breast milk either. As an infant, I'm in my 30s. You can't just be out here 30-year breast milk.
Right. That's the thing, that because it's so old, but if it was like new, I'd be like, all right, I've heard there's great benefits to this. So, but the fact that it's been sitting, well, did she refrigerate it?
Yeah.
At least?
Yeah. Drink a gallon of breast milk that your mom has been saving since you were an infant. Yeah. I'm assuming it's frozen.
Oh, if it's frozen, that's frozen. Oh, if it's frozen.
Yeah, it was frozen. Okay. No, hold on.
Oh,
frozen,
I don't get to change?
Listen, you can change. Okay. But I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Frozen for 30 years, it's still spoiled.
No, it's not.
Frozen for 30 years.
I think I heard that they ate a mammoth that they found in an iceberg and it was fine. Yeah. I think as long as it's frozen, it's okay to eat.
That is the weirdest reference. A mammoth.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So you're saying that.
Okay, if it's frozen, yeah.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Yeah.
30 years.
Yes.
It's a gallon of frozen breast milk and you drink that.
Yeah. This isn't going to change my answer, but just out of curiosity, how do we thaw it? Do we put it in the microwave or do we
you just let it thaw? You just let it thaw.
How long does that take to thaw?
A gallon?
Yeah.
Of breast milk? A couple hours.
Only a couple hours? Wait, a few days.
No, it wouldn't take a few days. It would I would say.
Have you thawed something that's been a gallon before?
Not a gallon, but I've thawed something that's been like the size of my fist before. And that
Do you understand the size of your fist versus a
That took a couple hours. Listen, we don't have depth perception here, okay? But tough choice facts. We just make up science.
There you go. I mean, yeah, I don't have the references on that mammoth thing, so
I would say, okay, how long would it take to thaw a turkey? Thaw turkey would take a couple days, actually.
Yeah. So that's why you gotta have it.
Then it would take at least 2 days probably to fully thaw a gallon. I would say 2 days.
I'll take the gallon. I don't think I can chug it, but I'll take the gallon.
I'm taking the gallon too, only because you're telling me that I won't die.
No, if anything, I think you'll get superpowers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. It's really good for you.
I know breast milk is good for me, but 30-year breast milk.
Still you
think it's like wine?
Genes. That's funny. You should put the button for yourself for that one. You think it's like
Thank
wine?
you, Olivia. Thank you. 30-year breast milk. It's like wine. It's like wine. It's like, it's like this was made in 89 and it's just been getting, I guess, does it get sweeter? I don't know.
I mean, if it's frozen, that's basically ice cream. We should just eat it like ice cream.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. Okay, we don't need a thaw.
Yeah.
You can let it thaw a little bit and make it like a smoothie so you can get it down. Because I don't want to be sitting all day. I can eat a quart by myself.
Okay.
I can do that. I can't do a gallon.
Yeah.
4 of those. 4 Ben and Jerry containers.
I could do it. I love ice cream.
Really? In one sitting?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm the type that has to stop themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. Would you rather be struck by lightning or you won't die if you're struck by lightning, or eat a cake with centipede filling?
So what is the consequences of being struck by lightning then?
You're just struck by, it hurts. I mean, you're in the hospital. It's still lightning.
Okay.
I'm just saying you won't die. Because some people might think when I say struck by lightning, you'll die. No, you're not going to die. It's still lightning though.
This is a tough choice because these are like both of my biggest fears.
How big is the cake? I know people are probably asking themselves.
Right.
Let's say, since you're struck by lightning, we'll say the average cake at like Walmart, like the birthday cake. No, a little bigger than that. A little bigger than that.
Like a sheet cake?
Like a sheet. Like
the rectangles?
Like a small form of a sheet cake. Like that. Okay. Like if you're going to if you're doing a birthday for like a 1-year-old and it's just him and his siblings, you're just going to get that cake. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Scott. I don't know.
And is it artisanal in the sense that has the centipede been blended and like mixed with other flavor, or is it straight up like if I put a fork in, I see the arms?
It's carrot cake. Think it like that. Well, you see the carrots.
Oh God!
It's like that. You're really contemplating getting struck by lightning? Why do I have to? Why is this a fear for you? This is not hard for me at all.
What if? Look, I'm very vain. Okay. I like my face, and if it gets burned or scarred,
if you get burned or scarred, you have a weird twitch, maybe because you're getting.
I think I already have a weird twitch.
Okay, that's fair.
It's probably because of the itching and also because I wear contact lenses. You know, like when they get dry and you're kind of like, like, what are you doing?
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
So I think going back to ice cream, I did eat ice cream last year with bugs in it on accident.
How?
Because fucking Salt and Straw thought it would be cute to have a grasshopper and mealworm ice cream for Halloween. And I thought they were being cute. Like when Trix yogurt is like, there's bugs. And it's just like candy shaped bugs. It was real bugs. And they got stuck in my teeth. And it was gross.
I am just.
See, so do you understand why it's a tough choice now?
I get it. Listen, before you got here, what I should have said is, Olivia, listen, what life experiences have you been going through? So I don't trigger you in any way, because I didn't know you're dealing with being itchy, and I did not know you've already had food with bugs all over it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
wait, time out. For Halloween, they literally said, and they sold it.
Yeah, because grasshoppers are going to be our next meat. You know what I mean? And they're just trying to get on the new trendy vegan wave of that.
That's weird.
Which I don't know if that's vegan, because it's still like
it's
a bug.
It's not vegan.
Right?
It's weird. Bugs are still...
But it's a good sense of protein. It was disgusting. And it took several bites before I realized. It was paired with matcha, though. It was like a matcha chocolate bug flavor.
That's the LA.
It was so, it's very Salt and Straw. It's so LA. It's so annoying. Okay, so I'm going to go with I think I'm going to go with the cake.
Really? That's
I don't want to get struck by lightning.
That's good. That's good. That's the smart answer.
I want to puke right now.
It's not that bad. Think of it. It's not, you're thinking of it like I'm thinking of it.
How many centipedes are in it?
How big is a centipede?
Oh, I'm thinking of the big ones. Dude. Have you seen those like bracelet ones?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
How big is a centipede?
I'm thinking of that one.
Like
so
it
might be this big.
Yeah. Boom. How many? 5? 6?
That's too much.
That's too much?
That's too much. Make it 2 to 3.
No, you do not control this podcast. No, I'm just fucking. We can do 2 to 3. We can do now.
I'm even thinking from a chef, like
from a culinary standpoint. That's too many. That's too many. Okay.
Yeah.
2 to 3 is fine.
For the size we're baking. I would say 5 for if it was a larger one.
And by the way, we're doing our hands. No one can see us.
Right, I know.
We're saying like half a foot. Half a foot is a centipede.
Yes.
Right? So if we're doing half a foot centipedes, yes, you are actually right. 2 to 3 would be the correct thing to do. Okay.
Yeah, so
and you're doing the centipede filling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who wants to get struck by lightning? No one.
I don't know. I'm so nauseated right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna read. Okay, this isn't bad.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather? I hope you don't get triggered. But if you get triggered by this, we're just gonna end the podcast. This is too much. This is too much for me.
I'm not getting that triggered. I'm just letting you know that life has happened to me.
You've had life. You've lived a life. That's good.
And that's why I want to come back as a Great Dane and live it a little bit better, where people either love me or they're scared of me.
Yeah, that is true. Would you rather try as hard as you can to hold every handshake for 30 seconds or always answer honestly when people ask how you're doing?
Dude, I do both of those all the time already as well.
Really?
I don't actually hold for 30, but
30 is a long time.
It is a long time, but sometimes I do that sociopathic thing where you like shake the hand, but then you like put your hand over them to be like, I really like you.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like that's kind of the equivalent. And so to me, holding for 30 seconds, if I already do that thing, wouldn't be that hard. And then the other ones, and I also just feel like I am being honest most of the time when people ask me how I am.
This question is not fair for comedians. Because we're just used to this blunt, how are you? Well, here's what happened today.
Yep.
Right? We're just used to it because we're used to doing it on stage.
Yes.
So
the easier one then would be to
answer honestly.
The
easier one would be the answer honestly. In my opinion, I'm going to change this question later. I don't know how to change it now, but I'm going to change it for later.
Okay.
But yeah.
You can change it to like, if it's a perfect, like, cause I do think I'm holding back if I'm talking to my boss. If she's like, how are you? I always say I'm great, even though like my life is falling apart.
Oh no, it's always. This is always. This is
right. No, I know. I'm saying like in my real life, this is what I do, but I understand for this choice that I would have to tell her straight up, like I got dumped by my ex for the 18th time last night.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't.
I know it's not real, but listen.
I do the dumping in this house.
I got you. You're like, no, Kazeem, you don't know. I'm a queen out here. I'm a boss. Yeah, that's cool. All right, yeah, but we got to do the honest answers because it's just easier.
It makes the rest of the conversation easier for us.
Yes.
But a little awkward for them.
Always awkward for other people.
Yeah.
Always. But that's just, you knew who I was when you asked me that question.
Trauma's on the table.
Trauma's on the table. Would you rather lose your short-term memory or only be able to read out loud? Everything out loud, by the way.
Right.
Text messages, street signs, the time, anything you're reading, you say it out loud.
And how short is short-term memory? Because then how would I ever create long-term memories?
I'll say this. Short-term memory, we'll say you naturally will forget things that happened like within the span of like maybe 2 days.
But you still have long-term memory. So at some point you hypothetically, like this podcast, like once I leave, I'll be like, I don't know what I did. Right. Yes.
You remember? Okay. How about that? How about this? In fairness, because clearly I don't know anything about short-term memory, but you remember you did the podcast, but you remember nothing about the podcast, but you remember you were here. That's kind of been my life lately. Also. God damn it, Olivia.
I'm sorry.
Why don't you have you experienced? Okay, tell me what you haven't done recently. Tell me.
What I haven't done?
This is actually very funny. This has been your life.
This is my life.
Okay.
Well, yeah. And some of my memory, I used to have really good memory.
Okay.
And then I started to mess up my memory when I had a Xanax prescription.
Okay.
And that was scary. That makes you lose your short term, and that's weird.
I didn't know that.
Well,
okay.
I don't know if they want us to know that. And I think some people are okay with it. I don't know. I don't want to like fight medication on your podcast. But that was just my personal experience is that I would like be working at an office, send a bunch of emails. And this was off of like a Xanax I took the night before, right? And I would send a bunch of emails for like 2 hours. And then 4 p.m. would come around and I'd be like, what have I done since lunch? And only because I had an email log of all my sent emails did I know I was working. But if you had asked me, who did you send emails to? I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. And they weren't just like copy and paste. They were like diligently, like each person had different questions.
Yeah.
So and then what was the other option?
Only read out loud. Everything. I don't think I could do that.
I can't do that because you never know if you're going to get a dirty text.
I forget the dirty, like things I like look up while I'm at an open mic. Just like when I'm in things
what are you looking up at an open mic?
Anything that I'm just searching through, right? Or if I'm just bored and just swiping through things, right? And it's like, yeah, you got to lose the short-term memory. It's not that bad, I guess. Now that you if you're telling me that you functioned throughout, I'm thinking short-term. I'm thinking losing your short-term memory is pretty bad. But if you're telling me that you've functioned perfectly fine with it, then I mean, I guess I'll just lose the short-term memory.
I mean, to be fair, I also don't know how many like buildings I've burned down. My life might be like, when Bikini Bottom always gets wrecked.
Yes.
Yeah, that might be, and I'm like, everything's fine. And just the town is ablaze behind me. I don't know because I don't remember.
But ignorance is still bliss.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. Right? All right, cool. Now it is time for our final choice. It is a Mary Bang Kill. Olivia Hill.
Yes.
Your 3 choices are Beyonce, Forever and Always.
I thought there was a rule about Beyonce per the Aaron Tracy episode.
That was for me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Beyonce.
And we will go with, I'm trying to think. Who did I read about? We'll go with Bradley Cooper. And we will go with, we'll go with Bradley Cooper and we will go with Liam Hemsworth. Not Liam. Which one is Thor? Is that Chris?
I don't even know. So I'm going to just call him Thor.
Yeah, we'll go with Thor. Whoever the guy that played Thor. Marry for Kill, Olivia.
You marry Beyonce.
Okay.
You sleep with Thor.
Okay.
You kill Bradley Cooper.
Damn, that was fast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. All right. We said, per the Aaron Tracy episode, here's what happened. So in 2021, we said on the podcast, we said, no matter what, for me, Beyonce will die. No matter what. She's lived her life. There's nothing else for her to do in this world.
She's lived her life.
She'll go down as one of the greatest entertainers of all time. What else is there to do? Right?
Have grandkids?
Maybe. But don't, again, stop trying to add logic
Okay. You're
trying to add, morality? There's no morals. There's no morality in this podcast.
Right.
Now, for 2022, we said Beyonce doesn't have to die.
Okay.
But we will never marry Beyonce.
Okay.
So I will sleep with Beyonce in this scenario.
Okay.
Who dies? I don't know. I think I will. They both live like a. Who will I marry? And who will allow me to? This will be a loveless marriage, of course.
Why? Why does it have to be loveless?
Because I'm still straight. I'm still straight.
You can love. When you say loveless, you mean sexless?
No, it'll be loveless. I won't love this man.
You don't think you'll love?
No.
If you have a son one day, will you not love him?
What are you talking about? That's different.
I'm saying, yeah, what if you have a specific type of love for your partner that you're like, as a straight man, like, I love you like a best friend, but a little bit more, and we file our taxes together.
Okay.
Because if you're cohabitating, you probably have care for each other.
I'm cohabitating. Well, no, you're saying it's not like a one bedroom. I have a section of his mansion.
Okay, yeah.
And he has his own section of his mansion.
I love that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So yeah, it's just an arrangement.
I think you should pick the one that you would love a little bit more than the other.
I never thought about that, but let me think. Who would I love a little? I mean, Hangover was a good movie. So you know what? I think I'll love Bradley Cooper a little more than I'd like Thor. I think I think his name is Chris Hemsworth or it's Liam Hemsworth. One of them is a Hemsworth. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will kill Thor.
Okay.
And I will marry Bradley Cooper, right?
And sleep with Beyonce.
Yeah. That's my life.
Do you sleep with Beyonce before you marry Bradley Cooper?
I think I would have to.
Okay.
You don't.
It's a loveless marriage, but we believe in monogamy.
No, of course. No, I'm cheating on him. Of course. But I'm thinking sleep with Beyonce. Mm-hmm. That's a hard question, honestly. When do you sleep with Beyonce? Do you do it inside your marriage or outside your marriage?
For the respect of Beyonce, I think you do it outside of your marriage.
For the respect of Beyonce, right? And you don't bang Beyonce. Beyonce bangs you, and that's how it works.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, for the respect of Beyonce, just don't put Beyonce in that kind of situation.
Right.
You don't want her to be the other woman.
She never will be, but I agree. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. I will sleep with Beyonce before I marry Bradley Cooper. Mm-hmm. But when do you kill Thor? And that's a good question. I think you have to kill Thor first above everything. I would do it last. I think that's the hardest task, though. He's still a big guy.
I would do it last because then he gets older. He's a little more frail.
Yes.
You live out your life. Yeah. Well, I'm killing Bradley Cooper in my scenario.
Oh, okay. But he's easy to kill. Go ahead.
I think
I would wait. You're right.
Yeah, you live out your life and you know, maybe by that point it'll be totally accidental how you kill them. Do you know what I mean? It'll be
to an extent.
Yeah.
To an extent. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Guys, that is our episode. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's Kazeem Comedy. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. We're growing and we love it. Olivia, where can we find you?
You can find me at freesampleolivia.com or freesampleolivia on all socials.
Awesome. And don't you have like another thing? Are you doing like...
We're not doing the Produce Show right now. That's what you were thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
Which we've loved having you on, by the way. You're
awesome.
one of our favorites.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And if that ever comes back, we'll put that in the show notes. And if you have a tough choice question or a Marry Fuck Kill you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. This has been Olivia Hill. You guys have been amazing. Bye.
Bye.